All right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Holoim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barak Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. Ahchyam and the Aquat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab on Mawan back at you with another lesson. And just want to have a few words on, the title AI will be used against the Ahchyam, right? And, if you have been paying attention and watching the brothers' videos, brothers have been doing videos on it, based on the AI, right? How they had, forget about the other camps, all right? But, they had GMS in the mix of one of those videos with the AI, eating bread and drinking wine and, spitting it out, looking demonic as hell. Right. And, they look like the elders to the T, you see? So, and there's a whole bunch of other videos all over the web where they're showing you, this AI technology, this Sora technology that they have, these apps where they're able to just take people's faces, man, and put them, wherever the hell they want and make these characters do whatever they want, right? So before I continue, as a matter of fact, let me just quote it real quick. This is 1 Corinthians 2:11. All right, and it says, "For we are not ignorant to Satan's devices, man." All right, so that's one of the devices that we cannot be ignorant to, and you can't believe everything you see. Okay, we are in a time of information, so a lot of information that's being put out is very crucial and critical. All right, but you also not have to have the spirit of discernment to know when to discern when these things are bullshit. All right, when it's real. All right, and you have to understand that they're doing a lot of witchcraft and sorcery, connected to this AI, to these AI apps. All right, and they're doing it for a reason because you have the accuser of our brethren. All right, you have Esau that's going to use technologies like this to try to blame the ministry, try to make the ministry look bad. All right. They going to have us, doing shit on the web, man, that, damn well we ain't doing. Okay. And that's the times that we're in. That's why we have to be circumspect. All right. Redeeming the days because redeeming the times because the days are evil, man. All right. Everything around us. All right. You got a lot of brothers that are trying to slander us. And they're not even brothers, Salakia. You got a lot of niggas that are trying to slander us, again, trying to make us look bad before the ministry. Esau paying off a lot of these people also, man, to go out there and do whatever they can through the witchcraft and sorceries, to make Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's men, look otherwise. See, look like we're not men of the Lord. Okay. Excuse me. All right. So that's basically a prime example of what's to come. Okay. And a lot of them, a lot of these, devils are going to, again, they're going to try to, accuse the brethren. All right. Because it's all part of the persecution. We got the great persecution coming. All right. Those that, are in this truth, prepared to go through that persecution, As a matter of fact, let me grab this. This is Matthew 5. This is Matthew 5, and I believe it's 18. It's like in Matthew 5 and 11. It says, blessed, I'll take it from 10. It says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely. For my sake, rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. All right. And we understand through the scriptures that, we those same prophets coming back. All right. The spirit of the spirit of the prophet is subject onto the prophet. All right. So, we live what you call reincarnation. All right. So if we were a prophet today, we're prophets today. We were prophets in the ancient world. All right. Whether we were mentioned in the book or not. All right. Because there's a lot of prophets that were not mentioned in the book. All right. But they're still out here doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and always have believed. All right. So this is going to be something that, they're going to try to use as persecution. All right. They're going to say all manner of things, falsely against us. They're going to try to use this trickery to make people believe that we're weirdos, that we're, bad men on earth, that we're the problem and the cause of a lot of things in this society. You see, this is why they've been setting it up little by little through gradualism to have you, be deemed as a domestic terrorist, okay, and make you, look like, you're the one that's the problem in America with all this hate, okay. All right. And we have to be prepared for these things, man. Some of us are going to be even, put in prison, all right, as a testimony, and some of us are going to be martyrs and, beheaded in these prisons. All right. But the Lord told us that we have to endure unto the end. All right. We have to take that exceedingly glad, being that we're, falsely accused, and, that they're trying to, you know, uh, bring all types of lies upon us. All right, because we've been doing the righteous thing according to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And the one thing that these devils never wanted you to do was the righteous thing. You see, because the scriptures say, if you were of the world, all right, the world will love its own. You see, but because you are not of the world, and I have taken you out of the world, that's why the world hateth you. All right, for my name's sake. You see, so we're hated on a daily basis, man, for representing Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You see, for bringing out this word and sincerity and in truth. All right, while all these other devils, they continue to laugh and scoff and mock. Okay, but see, that day is coming for them. That day is coming when they shall be taken out of the way, man. When they shall, feel the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, in the worst kind of way. In the worst kind of way, you see. And we dread for that day, man. We can't wait for that day. All right, because being on this side, man, scriptures say that a prophet is not honored in his own country. Okay, so to this world, which we could care less about the world's thoughts. All right, because the scriptures say, "Fear not the incredulity of them that trouble thee," man. All right, all unfaithful gonna die in their unfaithfulness. All right, we're not gonna worry about what they're saying behind our backs. What's their thought on us? Okay. The time is going to come when they shall know that a prophet have been among them. Okay. So, again, this AI is taking over on a heavy boom right now. And it's crazy because, man, you got some people that are very, computer animated. A lot of people there's a lot of people that know how to fuck with these computers, man. And they know how to fuck with the technology. So they gonna be doing some wicked shit, some wicked ass shit with these AI platforms, man. And they're already doing it. You see, but there's always a little glitch that you could tell that it's AI. All right. But remember, man, knowledge is being increased, all right, on the left hand side and on the right hand side. So with knowledge being increased, these things are gonna get better, till the time comes, when Esau's about to bring this place down, man. It's probably gonna be almost at its perfection when it comes to this AI technology. All right. But you still should know, all right, who the men of the Lord are. This is why you have to follow the true men of the Lord, and you should tell by their fruits. All right. Who are the ones that are really serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and who are not. Okay. So, we have to be prepared for these things, man. And not to fear these things. All right. Fear not, fear not the sentences of death. All right, because a lot of them gonna try to threaten our lives. All right, but the Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear. He gave us the spirit of a sound mind, right, and of love, and having the faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai that He's gonna always protect us. You see, and that's the main thing, man. We have faith, all right, which these people are not able to have in their mindset. All right, we have that, and we're very thankful for that, because hey, without faith, it is impossible to please Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You see? So, we have to continue to push in this ministry and believe, all the way to the end. He that endureth into the end, the same shall be saved. Okay. Everybody else, man, they ain't gonna endure. They ain't even gonna know where to start because there's gonna be no knowledge, wisdom, and stability, you see? Because without the knowledge and wisdom, how can you be stabilized, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai? You see? So, this is something that we just gotta, take into mind and be prepared for, all right? Because it's definitely coming. A great persecution is coming upon our people, man. All right. And, it's only gonna get worse with this AI, and it's only gonna get more scarier, but we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that we're not ignorant to Satan's devices, man. We know that Satan coming with all types of trickery and fuckery, man, to try to make us look bad. So, that's pretty much the point. Just wanted to share that through the spirit. So Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Ahchyam and the Ahchyam that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith. Enduring as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. You sisters continue to learn. The few sisters continue to learn in silence, watching the true men of the Lord. Shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. Shalom.